Okay. That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Technologically challenged this morning, February 21st. This morning I want to introduce you guys to some of the tools. You know, we use this as a little healing stick. We let them get used to it and acclimated to it. We don't let them chew on it or else they won't have this very long. And we've been using that to use on sit. And when I talk about a short leash, this is what I mean. This is a Mendota short leash, and it actually goes down about this far. I don't know if you can see that. And that's all the runway they get from here to here. Yeah, in comparison to the normal little leash.
So it's about
That's going to help
shorter.
control their getting out in front of you, not pulling, and so on. So shorten your leash. You can just take a regular leash and bring it up right. Now, we talked about choke chains, and you'll see these. This is a pretty small choke chain for a puppy. I'm going to tell you it's too small. Is this got a problem, or are we going to be okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
All right, so it's going to be too small because of the diameter of the chain. The smaller the diameter, the more like a piano chord it is, and the more pain you're going to cause, and actually will be a choke chain. And when you do a choke chain, you put one together. You want to get something that's the shape of a Q, means quit, and the shape of a P is perfect. And so when you get the shape of a P, as you're facing your dog, you put it on, and then it'll tighten up. I'll do it on my arm. It'll tighten up and release. Tighten up and release. Shape of a P is perfect. If you put it on as the Q, you'll tighten it up and there's no release. And you can hurt your dog that way and hurt their vocal cords. So it's a good tool, but when we use it, I'm walking along, in my hand I have them there and I'm just popping them like this. As soon as I feel them tugging, I give them little tiny pops with the chain, and it just kind of barely tightens as they're walking along before they're out in front pulling on me. Okay, so you want to get one that's probably this size, the size of puppy you have right now. That's probably 14 inches or something. It should be loose majority of the time you're walking on there.
And don't leave it on.
Yeah, and don't leave it on there. And if you have it when they're going to go out and run, it'll fall off. So you use those wisely. Now, this is called a pinch collar, and people live in fear of these things. They have them at PetSmart or whatever, and you can bring your puppy in and they'll show you the difference. So basically right now when you're walking your puppy and he's pulling on that leash about 3 inches across his vocal cords there. The back side is no pressure at all because he's pulling here. And what this does is put the pressure all the way around the puppy's neck. So it kind of equalizes the pressure. It shouldn't hurt, shouldn't dig in. It kind of works the same principle as popping the collar. But as soon as you put this on, these are adjustable too. You can take out links or add links to fit your puppy's collar. But if you have one that's pulling or thinks it wants to pull, then put this on him, you know, and attach your leash to him, and he'll pretty much self-correct. He'll come to the end, that'll tighten around all the way around his neck, and then just say, you know, call him back to you, here, good boy, or whatever, and they'll kind of correct themselves, and you can walk with that one on for a while. The other thing you want to say about these collars is if you use a choke chain or you use this chain, you don't want to have your regular collar on, because these get all hung up in the midst of the thing and causes chaos. It won't release right, or it may stay tightened, and that'll be a problem. These things are little lights. This one's about dead. We just turned it on. You can buy these if you have a black dog or a dog you're gonna walk at night. Just hooks onto their collar there, and you push it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the light still on there, but this is like 4 years old probably. That's all the light it's got left. Needs a new battery, but it lasts forever. They're pretty good. It'll even do little flashing lights. So it's just a little safety function. So those are really the tools we're going to use this week. I'm going to start using this. And this I'll only use for about a week, so it's almost not worth buying if you can get away with it. And when I'm walking them at heel, I still have this with me. If they get in front, I'm doing this, while walking with this thing going up and down. And if they get in front of me, then it hits their nose, and they're like, hey, cut that out. Or if I got a regular leash, the longer one, I'll walk and I'll be spinning the end of it like this, all the way down to the ground, because I got a short leash right here, and they end up walking into that little twirling leash, and that kind of helps fix that problem. There's other things I put you in an email today that's a special kind of lead that goes around their nose and the back of their head. You know, if you do these things, you should, you know, if you do this right, or the twirling thing, shouldn't really need that. That's more of a last step, going, okay, I got a puppy and I haven't worked with it enough, I'm a failure, and I hope this tool works. So you don't want that. You want to be put in the right amount of time and effort, and these things work just fine, and it's less problematic. And so that's it for this video number 1. Video number 2, I'll bring a dog in, show you what we're doing with him. Thanks.